Welcome back, guys. Gonna be working on the Valiant today. As you can see, we have 3 boxes of parts. So we got a few things to do. First up, want to show you, got a new toy. Mom and Dad hooked me up with this drill press. They found at an estate sale. And then Dad had this old vise that that goes to a drill press. So he gave that to me also. But the other day, me and David came out here. We got some of the wiring done. I'm gonna save that for another video, but let's open up these boxes and see what we have. Okay, so in this tall box, inline tube, this is the transmission lines. This is a steel style 5/16 tube. And over here I just have, show you my fitting. So this is the fitting out of the transmission, and it is a 1/8 NPT. So I just decided to go with the steel line as 5/16. I didn't see that having a 3/8-6 line would be any benefit. So we're just gonna go with that. Also have transmission cooler from Northern Radiator. And that was drop shipped by Barnett Racing for me. This other stuff came from Barnett. I have a plug kit here, and that's going to be for the distributor, so it has a nice clean connection to my distributor. I just bought a clamp for the turbo over here, so we're missing a clamp. And these are usually like $5-6. And this is a NOS part that Nick Craig had at Barnett. It cost me like $1.06, I think. So that one's going to go there. We have all the other ones. I was able to also get my brake line that I was talking about last week. I got a few hose clamps for the bypass hoses, heater hoses, stuff like that. This whole pack of 10 was only $3. And then these are actually header reducers, but I couldn't find a 3.5 to 2.5 reducer local, well, in the US. The only one I found was in China, and I didn't want to wait for it. And these were actually cheaper. But what my thoughts is for this to be my connection. So I'll do this piece on the lower end to where this goes out the bottom of the car, and then cut this one off, weld that flange to my downpipe. So I think that's gonna be how that works out, and then we put a gasket in between it. And yeah, so we're gonna get started on this stuff. We'll probably cut off here in a little bit, eat dinner, barbecue, but we're gonna get started, see how far we get, and then continue on tomorrow. So starting off, Colby is underneath the vehicle. My nephew, he is getting the fittings that I put in the transmission. He's taking those off because we're using a different one. You can see I had a barred fitting in there because I, at one point, was thinking about just running some push-on hose. But I'm gonna put these stock fittings back in the transmission when he's done with that. And then I already installed our new brake line. It is a 18-inch, straight on one side, 90 on the other side. And it's got a lot of nice slack in it right here, so it's going to be able to, whenever we drop the rear end or whatever, put it on the lift, gonna have plenty of room for it to flex. Fuel lines still need to be held up, so you can see they'll be up against the frame with P-clamps, so a lot of room right there. Looks real nice. And let's move on to the next thing. We got our transmission lines in the trans. I put a little thread sealer on them, and let's see how these tranny lines look. Just need to unclamp them there. That's nice they give you those clamps though. Okay, so that's how the lines look, and they have these clamps on them. It should run nice and tight to the engine. They did put one bend in it right here. You can see straighten, so they bent it for shipping, which is cool. And they're gonna sit in the car just like this. This one will go into the front port, and then we'll swing that one out and it'll go to the rear port of the transmission. There we go, straighten the bout. See how she fits. So
and the Australian wild.
Yeah. So I ended up taking the lines apart just to make it a little easier, and the front line went in nice and smoothly. So I'm just tightening it up. Turn the fan on. It's pretty warm out here, so hopefully that isn't getting you guys.
Oh yeah, we're cooking.
We'll be cooking some chicken here in a little bit. Okay, so I need to just, this one's just snug until we get these things situated.
I'm like a 10 out of 10 cameraman. You should pay me for this crap. Ugh.
That one went right on in.
Oh yeah, they're in there all right.
Okay, so let me show you these lines real quick. These are not Valiant lines. These are 80 to 89 Dodge D150 lines. I looked up under the red truck and I decided to go with these. They hug real tight to the engine. They were only $40 shipped, so they came to the house for $40. And the A-body ones that I was looking at, they were like $60 plus shipping, and they were out of stock. So that kind of just mixed the whole deal up. It was out of stock. So these lines are going to need just a little tweaking. It clears the shifter here. It's rubbing the steering linkage just a little bit, but really that's just going to be when we get the other clamp on there. So as far as the bottom, they're going to be nice and tight to the engine, clear everything, be good. So let's look at the top. So up here, like I was talking about last time, you have the passenger side over here, and now this one came with just a flared end. It doesn't have the screw in ends like an A-body would. So what I'm going to do, like I mentioned before, I'm going to take this one, bend it towards the passenger side, over here with the other one, and then we'll run our rubber hoses underneath the radiator, keep it away from this crossover pipe. So we don't have any problems with the stuff getting overheated. And it'll be good. Kind of jumping around a little bit tonight, just trying to get some stuff on, and then we'll tighten it all up and tidy it all up. But instead of installing the cooler right now, because I'm still working on the ideas, I want to pull off the downpipe and start messing with this reducer. And I was just underneath the car, had the reducer kind of set about this way so we can index it, marked it on the pipe so we need to take the pipe off. And what I'm going to do is probably grind this from the inside until this flange comes off, or until the reducer comes off, and use the flange to weld to the pipe, and then use the other one here to bolt to it. So that'll be our joining spot for the exhaust system, so that you'll have one side for the downpipe to come off, and then all the exhaust underneath the car can go out from the bottom from that connection there. I want to show you what I did here, a little process I did to get this off. First used the air hammer, air chisel, to cut off the majority of the pipe, which is over here. You see where it beat it off, cut it up, all that. So then next up, I got the grinder and used the 3.5 inch, and I ground back until I could see the separation in the metals. And now I'm just getting the hammer. You can see it's already broke loose over here. But yeah, I'm just going to use the air hammer and get that the rest of the way off, clean it up. Okay, so I was working on that downpipe a little bit and almost have this piece to fit on there. But it's now about 6:50 in the evening. It's time to start the grill. Get some chicken on the grill, start cooking. Tonight's goal was to just kind of get everything started so we can have a good day out here tomorrow. We did that, so time to go have some chicken. See y'all in the morning. Good morning, we're back in the garage. Went ahead and got started on this flange. I got it on the pipe finally. I'm gonna tack it. You can see it's off a little bit, so I'm trying to be careful. I don't want it to pop off. Anyways, I'm gonna put a tack on this side, get this side flush over here, and then go ahead and weld it on up. Did a few test fits of the downpipe and decided where I wanted it to be pointed, made sure it was straight. Got this part, bolted it to it, welded up about every inch, trying to keep the heat even. And then that's all welded. Then I went ahead and drilled me a hole for my O2 sensor, and we're about to weld that in. And I used a unibit for that. I'm actually going to add another O2 sensor right here, or an O2 sensor bung with a plug, just in case we go to the dyno. Dyno man has a place to put his O2 sensor. All right, so we have the downpipe in, and you can see I finished welding the bungs in, went ahead and screwed in our O2 sensor, and it is super tight. The reason it's like that is because the directions say it needs to be at like a 10 to 14 degree angle, and it can't be in a bend. So that's how it's gonna be. Hopefully it's gonna work okay. I went ahead and put my flange on down at the bottom, so we're gonna get underneath with some pipe and start trying to get our exhaust going out through the back. Here's a look from the bottom, and you can see I have some 3 odd nuts on the back of that. Didn't come with hardware or a gasket, so just something to hold it on, and we're gonna go ahead and start getting our pipe together here. There we go, that's the piece I'm gonna use to start running the exhaust. So we've been working on the exhaust for a little while, actually a couple hours. I'm like no good with doing these angles and stuff. And where the collector is, this is gonna go to the collector, and then this is gonna go down by the transmission. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple of tacks in it. I hope it doesn't distort. It's just being held together with tape, so I'm just gonna make a little opening there, make a few tacks on each piece, and then retest it, make sure it still fits properly, and then go ahead and tack this piece on. This goes to about the mid-transmission pan, so we still have some work to do, but I wanted to get this part at least tacked together so that we don't have to stay under there holding it. All right, guys, so some things have changed. Whenever I started tacking this thing up, it moved like I figured it would, so it didn't fit right. Got frustrated. This thing was supposed to go to, you know, we're gonna make an S at the cross member and then go out towards the rear end, and as you can see, it's not that long. So I got frustrated with this whole deal today. I've been out here quite a while. This is not my thing, doing exhaust. Been out here like maybe 8 hours just to do this and a couple other little things. So my welds aren't nice. I don't like the craftsmanship. This last weld, after I'd gotten frustrated with it, actually turned out fine, but some of these other welds I just don't like. So this is going to be temporary. Whenever the car gets running, we're going to drive it a little bit, but plan is to take it to a friend's muffler shop, see if he can do 3-inch like we wanted to do to begin with. If not, then just get him to redo this and make it look nice, make it go at least to the rear end of the car. So anyways, that's it. We're going to put it underneath the car, bolt it in, and show you what it looks like. All right, so it's bolted in. I still need to get new hardware and a gasket, but that's what we got. There's the tip. It just drops right before the cross member. It's real close to the transmission. The welds don't look good. It's got a little clearance over there, it's fine. But yep. Get the gasket and stuff for it, put it back on, wrap the downpipe with heat shield, and that's gonna do it for now. That'll be temporary, so it'll work. Well, long day in the garage. I don't know if you could say we made progress or not, but at least that'll get the car running. Kind of a frustrating day, but I think I heard it was 5 o'clock somewhere, so I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Whoop. What would you say? Whoop, weep. What was the noise?
I goes, weow.
Weon, weon.
That's so random, the outro.
All right, so here's one box. This is the brake, or
Take 2.
100. All right, so this is inline tube. This is the I keep wanting to say brake lines because it says brake lines on it. Actually, we don't need to unclamp them because what they did is they put a bend in it right there. And a mosquito bit me.
I can see it now. Gas tap versus mosquitoes.
I win.
Oh, beat you in my broom.
What the heck?
What? We get to pop things?
No, they've got a foam in them that.
Oh. Keep it more secure. Stupid.
Shut up.
I'd rather.
Don't get to pop nothing. I got them all. I win.
Nah. Oh, no. Okay. Bigger.
Once again, here's the piece I'm going to be using to run the exhaust. So I just gonna cut some of these bends out until I get the shape I want. I don't know what to say.
Lots.
Yep. Okay, so we've been